The Cats get the win in Bramlage Coliseum over the Baylor Bears, 66-60. The Cats are still in first place in Big 12. He's Matt Hall. I'm Grant Flanders. So, Matt, take me through this game.
Absolutely. I think it was a game where Baylor was today who they've been all year. I think Baylor's the most resilient team in the Big 12. So many injuries they've dealt with. K-State, of course, has too, but Baylor has so many times it looks like they're out of the league race and they get back, and this game was a microcosm of that. Baylor was down 15 in the first half, took the lead in the second half. They were down, I think, 10 or more in the second half and got it down to 3. Baylor never gave up, but K-State was simply the better team playing at home, and that was the difference. K-State, like Flanders said, still has at least a share of the Big 12 lead with Texas Tech, with just 2 games remaining, because they were able to be resilient against a resilient Baylor team.
Now, one of the better games from Dean Wade in this. Talk about his game.
It really was, and not just because he scored 20 points and had 4 boards and 3 blocks. Those all matter, but he looked the most athletic, the most energized, the most happy that he has maybe at any point in Big 12 play, or at least for a month or so. And that was a big, big difference for K-State today in this one.
Dean Wade talks about, in post-game, about how big this game was for him.
You know, this is probably the best I've felt in a long time. You know, going into a game without having to worry about, you know, injuries or anything like that. It's a big step for me. I was talking to Luke, the trainer, earlier, and he said this is probably the best I've been in a long time.
So, Matt, Dean wasn't the only senior that got it going today. Cam Stokes, he was very impressive too.
He really was. We all know I love Cam Stokes, but he deserved any praise he would get today. I think he finished with 16 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, same as Dean Wade. Only 1 turnover he got today. He had a block shot. He really had 2. Got called for a foul, and one when he had a clean block on Mark Vital over my left shoulder. But he was big today. I think it's hard to separate Dean Wade and Cam Stokes to who played better. You could see it either way, but both those seniors, and Bayer Brown on defense too, but those 2 seniors really were the difference for K-State today.
Coach Bruce Weber talked about how big they were in this one.
Well, he's been really solid, and he's done that, you know, without practicing. I told both these guys this week, I feel so bad for them, because they, you know, you want senior year to go smooth, and you want everything, you know, perfect, and you know, why does it happen like this? It's hard to explain. You know, if you have a strong faith, you just keep chucking along and keep doing moving forward and doing the best you can. And, you know, Cam couldn't even do shoot around today. He had a migraine. And, you know, so, you know, but he comes back, and, you know, they've both been very resilient, persevered. All those words coaches use definitely describe what they've done for our team.
So, yeah, Matt, those 2 were really big, but a number of guys contributed today. Talk about some other guys.
Xavier Sneed comes right to mind. He only played, I think, 22 minutes because of foul trouble, but he had, I believe, 14 points. If he had played, you know, stayed out of foul trouble and played 30, 35 minutes, he might have been the player of the game today. He was really, really big. Austin Trice will be the ultimate unsung hero of this game. He came in with K-State down 7-3 in the first half. K-State was then up 21-7. Not the whole time with Trice in the lineup, but it wasn't all him, but his energy was huge. Dean Wade told us about that after the game, so did Cam Stokes. Mike McGurl was big off the bench, I thought. There were other guys too, of course, but those 3, and of course we mentioned Barry Brown too, but those 3 that were the ones, Xavier Sneed, Austin Trice, Mike McGurl, after the seniors, that helped K-State get this one over Baylor this evening.
So now K-State turns around and plays on Monday night against TCU. How big is that coming up?
The biggest game of the season. You know, I can say that probably every game you ask me. It's a good question, but that's what it is. And TCU got hammered today at home by Texas Tech. I think they've lost 5 of their last 6 or 4 of their last 5. TCU's not playing well right now, but it is at TCU. It's another short turnaround for K-State. Got to get on the road, get to Fort Worth within the next 48 hours. They'll probably go early tomorrow morning, perhaps. It's not going to be easy, but it's a game K-State has won all year in Big 12 play. There's no team in Big 12 play who's been as bad as TCU has, who's beaten K-State at home. I don't know if TCU can be the first team to do it Monday night.
Coach Bruce Weber talked in postgame about how big this stretch is. He's Matt Hall. I'm Grant Flanders. We're out of here. Thanks for watching.
Texas Tech is playing at a high level, although the other night, Oklahoma State, who we just beat by 4,000, you know, they take them to overtime. So, you know, every game is different. You gotta play it. And, you know, TCU's going to be desperate. You know, hopefully we have that sense of urgency. We're going to have to defend them. We've done a pretty good job of defending them. You know, they got senior day, I believe it's senior day. So, you know, it's there for us to take. We got to go take it, and we got to have a really strong will and determination on Monday night.